Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. We've been talking live, but we have breaking news. Britney Spears has responded again to Jamie Lynn. I know some of you think this is celebrity gossip, but I was just saying it's not. There's some serious stuff going down here that's not right. There's cover-up, there's corruption, there's just some really, really awful behavior that needs to be exposed, and I want to make sure we do. And so before I get to all the other stories and so much more, including Jamie Lynn's book being leaked, I want to respond and see Britney has just responded again to Jamie Lynn. Jamie Lynn, congrats, babe. You've stooped to a whole new level of low. I've never been around you ever with a knife, or would I ever even think to do such. The only knife I ever saw you with at home was cutting the biggest pieces of squash I ever saw in my life, and it was way too big for me to cut. So please, please stop with these crazy lies for the Hollywood books. Now, and only now, I do know only a scum person would make up such things about someone. I'm actually very confused about you making that up because it's honestly not like you at all. Around the kids? Jamie Lynn, seriously? Come on. Congrats on introducing your older sister the concept of getting low, lower, lowest, because you win at that one, babe. Finally. See, look, here's what I'm worried about. I don't want Britney to respond and seem crazy, but I want her to respond and seem not crazy and call her family crazy. I want her to confidently, uncrazy-like, tell the truth, right? And that's what I think we're all like just wishing and dying for. Someone to help assist, like, dude, smoke these bitches. Like, what do we call it out? Say it all. Expose these lying snakes for what they are without seeming crazy. And this, to me, is a perfect one of her just denying, like, what are you talking about? Me with a crazy knife. Look how, and then again, finally, Britney calling out Jamie for what she's doing, which is using and exploiting her own kids. And Britney basically saying, good for you for introducing your oldest sister the concept of lower, lowest, low, because you win at that one, babe. Dude. Queen. I mean, I don't think there's anything else here to say on the channel because Britney just completely annihilates her. And now, as I told you earlier today, as if you want the full update of where we're at, the war has now begun. I wasn't speaking in, maybes or little subtleties. No, it was so clear that this was coming. The war has begun. These sisters are now off. They're done. This is clearly no way to fix this. And I'm kind of glad because Britney needs to erase this entire toxic family from her life. So to see Britney stand up strong, not looking crazy, not talking about I'm so sick, and focused strictly on, dude, you're a scum person, would make up such things about someone. I'm confused about you making that up because it's honestly not like you at all. Around the kids, Jamie Lynn, seriously, come on. So there we go. Finally, we have some hardcore, right back at you, Jamie Lynn, of what's going on. I love it. I love this. Britney, all hail to the queen. Where is it?
It's Britney, bitch.
There she is. That's the Britney I love. Does that make you finally feel better? Because I gotta be honest, I thought she was almost too classy on her first one, but it made sense because she was a little sick. So look, here I gotta give you a little bit of a rant. This is what I came here live to really go through was the fact that the book has leaked. I'm not going to encourage you to check out a leak. I'm not reading the leak. That would be wrong. I don't want to encourage, illegal stuff. That's not at all what good people do. You know what I mean, guys? So I in no way whatsoever want to encourage anybody to illegally download this book. That would be awful. That would be unfair. That would be wrong. It would be terrible for people to download it for free and not let Jamie Lynn, her ghostwriter, who she probably paid a pittance, and Lou Taylor, who probably helped narrate the ghostwriter and tell the ghostwriter what to actually write. Speculation. It would just be so awful. You know what I mean, guys? It would be so awful if people just did the wrong thing and just swiped it offline at links. I mean, that's why I wanted to make sure I put out there. A warning to all of you guys. So stay off Twitter. Don't go on social media. Don't go to my Twitter at Andy Signor. Don't look for my tweets, and be careful of these links. Especially, I want you to be very careful of Absolute Britney on Twitter. You do not want to go to absolutebritney.com because it looks like there's some link here or something that I'll let you download the digital version of the book for free. I can't even fathom that. This is despicable. How dare this site, Absolute Britney, just give the book away for free? I mean, how dare they, folks? I mean, that would just be such a tragic horror story for people to somehow miraculously find places on the internet, on Twitter, where this book has leaked and watch it and read it for free. Oh my God, that would be such more trauma for poor Jamie Lynn, who's just trying to have her voice heard. So whatever you do, make sure you don't go online and leak the book and download it illegally if you're curious, because again, I want to be very clear here. I don't support that kind of activity at all. Oh guys, please be good people, right? Jamie Lynn deserves for us to be good people and to spend $25 on her hardcover book, or maybe $40 on her Audible because we want to listen to her Southern drawl. Yeah, spend your money to Jamie Lynn because she's earned it, guys. She's a hardworking lady who's out there writing original work, and you do not want to go bypass that and help her book tank by using any of these ridiculous methods out there that are completely shameless. How dare they? Am I right? How dare they, people? I know I'm not alone in this. We should not support the leaks at all. Do not. You guys know what this isn't. Sorry. Come on. You guys know me. I'd hate for Jamie Lynn to get angry. I'd hate that. You know what I mean? None of us want her to get angry. None of us want her to have this book completely fail at making her money, because that would just be wrong. Jamie Lynn's worked very hard in this book with Lou Taylor, I'm assuming, and whoever they hired to actually write the book. And, I'm sure Lynn and Jamie had nothing to do with it either. I'm sure none of them were helping to craft the story that they wanted to make sure came out at this point to help reinforce the Britney's crazy stuff. No. Make sure they all get their money. Okay, guys? So there you go. I wanted to make sure I got that there. So yes, be warned. The book's leaked. It's seemingly very easy to download online, so be careful. You don't want to accidentally do it by accident. You know what I mean? Just be very careful. It's very easily accessible all over social media, so be warned and make sure, you might get a virus or something, so be safe out there, okay, everybody? Just doing my own due diligence here to help you all. Now, all that said, again, no, not encouraging any illegal activity, please. I'm showing you things to warn you of what to avoid, because we don't support piracy here on Popcorn Planet. So we got you on that, Jamie Lynn. We may not agree on a lot of things, Jamie Lynn, but I do not support piracy. Right, guys? Yeah. Anyway, now that I got that out of my system, even if this book got to me for free, which I'm not saying I have it for free, I can't, in good conscience, read it for free. I just can't do it. The amount of brain energy wasted, the amount of IQ cells I'm going to lose, the amount of stress it's going to build in me of reading this book of lies that Jamie Lynn's clearly, in my opinion, Jamie is writing this book with Mama Lou, Miss Lou behind her back, Jamie Lynn, everybody else in team, Robin. I'm sure all these people were very instrumental in the narrative of this book, and the more and more I'm seeing as this book has leaked and portions are out there. I've seen some snippets on Twitter, but I refuse to, download anything illegally. But it seems very clear who's really behind this book, guys. And so as I'm seeing that, I can't in good conscience do it. So yes, I've set up a GoFundMe. I'm not kidding. This one's serious. And, because I thought, what would really piss her off? What would really upset Jamie Lynn? And I thought, you know what? Me getting paid to read her book would probably do it. So I'm not going to do it. So many of you keep asking me, please, Andy, I want to hear your commentary. I want you to do the breakdowns of the chat. I want you to do it all. I didn't want it to become the Jamie Lynn book show. But if you guys insist, yes, I will do the things I should have said, breakdowns, reviews, etc., only for you. But I'm going to be selfish here. For the first time, I am going to make you pay me. I'm going to make you pay me because, guys, I'm sorry. In this instance, this is work. This is work, and I'm not doing this one for free. I'm not doing this one for the Google algorithm. No, This one's for you. If you guys want it, pony it up and help this channel out. Because if you don't, then great. None of us have to waste our time, and I don't have to read the stupid book. However, if you guys step up, I will notice. I will then go to work. You will put me to work, and I will read the book so you don't have to. How's that? Does that seem like a fair deal? Plus, I've made this kind of funny. Let's refresh. I said this earlier. Oh my God, we already have almost $265. I can't imagine how excited Jamie Lynn Spears is going to be to see me making money on a GoFundMe to read her stupid book. I kind of find it funny. So I made the goal $930,000 because that's the going price of a condo in Destin, which, they're easy to get, right, Jamie Lynn? And I figured, if anything, this joke somehow took off and I could get a condo in Destin, I mean, the irony of it would just be too hard to pass up. To just be able to hey, Jamie Lynn, I got a condo. Thanks for the book, because I read your book. I read your book on my channel, and I got paid to read it, and I got a condo too. Woohoo! Hardworking girls, yeah. So I don't expect to make that much money, and obviously, if we make a lot of money, I'm going to give some of it to charity, of course. As I mentioned in the details here. Look, I thought can we raise $1,000? So if I really have to read this book, I didn't do it for nothing. Because, look, the algorithm sucks this month. Think of it as a way just to help the channel if you really want me to. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's send the GoFundMe. Let's let Jamie Lynn see me make some money off this just because I think it's going to make her... Am I crazy? I think she's going to really dislike it. So there you go. Mods, you should have the link. Share the link, please. I'll keep checking back while we're live. I would love your support on this. If you want it. And if you don't want me to read the book, then great. We all get to get out of this. But let's not forget. Here's the GoFundMe. Here it is. Boom. If you want me to torture myself, lose brain cells, and read this damn stupid book, I will do it for you. But I'm doing it for money. As I said here, you got to pay me to read it. Feels only fair. This is honestly a selfish middle finger to the worst sister ever, because I know nothing will bug her more than one of her haters monetizing off her hate. And truthfully, the idea of reading this book makes me want to vomit, but I will really do it if you guys raise at least $1,000. If we raise more, I'll do even more by making video breakdowns of each chapter. If for some insane reason this blows up and people just want to stick it to Jamie Lynn by paying one of her harshest critics instead, well, then we'll make a big donation to thisismybrave.org, the charity that has the guts to stand up to Jamie Lynn. Woo, good for them. I tried to think of an end goal that felt right, but this is the going cost of the condo in Destin. And since those are easy to come by for hardworking folks like Jamie Lynn, so heck, I'll take one too. Imagine the irony of me getting a Florida condo off the likely work of Jamie Lynn and Lou Taylor's ghostwriter that they paid a pittance to. Boy, that sure would be priceless. All content will be available on popcornplanet.com. So there you go. If you want me to read it, that's what we can do. All right, so I'm being told, breaking news, Britney's responded again. Oh, it's the same one. All right, people are just old my news. All right, I was excited there. No, it's just the same one. Or did she do a reply? No, sewer. Okay, it was same one. Yes, and let's not forget who the real knife wielding Spears sister is. Right? As I told you all. Hold on, I got a lot to go through here, but I thought I had it. Yeah, I mean, I've showed you that, but she's literally in a subway with a knife. Like, girl, what are you doing? Oh, you're trying to lower your Google. You're trying to save your own Google history, right? You don't want people to see you with the crazy. You want to see erratic Britney as the new headline, which you did. They did. Look, this is what. So I kid a lot. I'm making some jokes here. There's some sarcasm, etc. But honestly, I need your support if you want me to read that. That's not really a joke. Because I think you guys can tell it's a job to read that book. To devote my weekend to read this trash is a lot of work. And I'm all for Britney. I've raised funds. I want to do more. I'm always here helping. But that one's not about Britney. That one's about reading her BS. And I don't really want to deal with it unless you guys really step up. And if you do, then we'll do it. And I'm sure it'll be worth it because we're gonna reveal a lot of stuff in those books that needs to be revealed, I'm sure. But what's really scary about all this, on a serious note now, as we go around some topics here, TriStar, again, I got to be careful. I'm speculating here. So don't know me, sue me. I'm just a dude on the internet, okay? I'm speculating a lot, okay? So don't take what I'm saying here as facts or news. It's my opinion. today we're going to an opinion. I have a feeling, based off some stuff I have seen online, and I got to be careful showing the leaked stuff online. The book doesn't come out till next week, so understand how we're doing this. But I have a sneaking suspicion that TriStar is absolutely behind this book. Lou Taylor mentioned in the book, not only is Lou Taylor mentioned in the book, but how important it was for Jamie Lynn to be profitable is an alleged quote from said book, as well as Jamie Lynn's admission of how much of a mother figure and supportive person Lou Taylor was. That's all going to be very important as this book comes out and we learn more and we read everything about it. This book is a Lou Taylor book, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It seems like to me, and if I do read this book, if you guys step up and we read the book, we'll confirm it when I can officially read the book. But it sure seems like Lou Taylor got her, not only did she try to get her claws in Britney when Britney was like, get out of here, you crazy person in my house, which she did. She showed up doing crazy religious psalms and stuff, and Britney was scared, and they kicked her out. Somehow she got to Jamie Lynn. Jamie Lynn was younger, more susceptible, and Jamie Lynn clearly had a lot of issues at home. Her parents weren't really paying attention to her, and it feels like Lou realized that, caught on, and managed to make Jamie Lynn the daughter she never had. In doing so, I really believe that was part of the reason why all this went the way it did. We underestimate Jamie's involvement. Now, how much she's involved, who knows? We can suspect all we want. But the reality is, what we're seeing here, and with Britney's own finally admission, this is a scum person. A scum person. You want to know what kind of scum person this is? Here's Sam Lutfi, who I'm going to back finally. I believe Sam. I'm Team Sam. I know a lot of you weren't. I've talked to Sam throughout months. I reach out to him. I really think well, let's read this. They're up all night unhinged, mudslinging, Britney nonstop, James Watson, that's Jamie Lynn's husband, texting me out of the blue in the middle of the night. They really believe they got sweet revenge against Britney, and they are so proud of it. So here is an alleged text, which I don't think Sam would put this out if it wasn't real, because he'd get sued. He's in a lot of legal battles, and so it doesn't make any sense to me why he would doctor these images and share these text messages if these weren't verifiable. That's just my 2 cents. So, but allegedly, these are texts from Jamie Lynn's husband last night. You ready for this drama? Can we change the title, Steph? I mean, I feel like we're spilling all the tea today. That it's just a tea explosion. This video, let's get it all out, guys. You excited? Here we go. I bet you feel stupid now, James says to Sam. I do? Are you kidding me? That book is all lies, and everyone on this planet hates your wife. Oh, come on. Why don't we like Sam? Sam rules. The fact that your dumb wife lied and trashed her sister again? Get another job so you can support all that trailer trash you're dragging. You're delusional. But your wife is going to get sued. Enjoy. Oh, bravo. Bravo. He needed to unleash that. Sam has been just dying to unleash this. They had to fact check everything with her legal team, dipshit. Oh, really? Ha ha ha, hilarious. It's all lies. You know it, and that piece of S you're married to knows it. You're pathetic trailer trash. Sucks to be you. You are dumb enough to think it's lies. Says the man who wasn't even there to the guy who was there. Says the man who's trusting his 15-year-old pregnant wife. He's believing her instances over the man who's there. Okay, got it. The man who's like they've had to settle lawsuits with because it turns out they weren't actually telling the truth about Sam Lutfi. Justify that one, Lynn. And anyway, it gets better, guys. Here we go. No, it doesn't. I love my life. I'm not the one crying on TV, trashing my own sister for clout. Oh my God, how beautiful is this? How beautiful is this? get a job and tell your dumb wife to get a job and lawyer up. I mean, Sam Lutfi, come on this channel. Why aren't you? We love you. It's time for the Sam redemption story. I want Sam Lutfi's redemption. Britney, come on. He couldn't have been all that bad. He's had your back all this time. Maybe you had some issues. I don't know, but it's time we stop giving Sam issues. Sam's got Britney's back on this. A great job. Tell you, get a job, lawyer. Yeah, I bet you do. That's why you reach out to strangers and talk shit. Sounds fulfilling. Now, I think he's talking about me. I mean, I don't. It's like I'm ego, but you guys have been watching. These have been doing very well. You tell me. Do you think Jamie Lynn watches our videos when they do well? What do you think? Come on. Do you think James? Can you believe Jamie Lynn married a James? Of course she did. Do you think the Jameses watch our content when we rag on them? No, right? They just avoid it. They don't like drama. I'm thinking they do. And I'm thinking the stranger that's referring to is me, because on air, I think 2 or 3 times I mentioned that Sam texted me information. That's why you reach out to strangers to talk S. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? I think they're referring to me. But what's just funny is I texted Sam. Because we're not strangers anymore. We talk from time to time. And I reached out. I engaged because once all this happened, I wanted information. So Jamie Lynn and James, if you're watching right now, you're psychos. We're not buying it. You might get some normies and some TMZ people. But dude, you're sweating. You are sweating, and he's got you against the wall here. And he's not a stranger. I like him. I asked him to text me. So keep going, though. All right, strangers, you're the one texting me. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone was as smart as you? You've all been exposed for being the biggest pieces of S on Earth. Yeah, bruh. Oh, my God. Stop harassing me. Had more positive messages than ever today. Harassing you? Ha! I mean, where was it? Hold on, let me go back. There's one more, I think. It's like unbelievable. Here it is, the last one. Yeah. Here we go. You've all been exposed for being the biggest pieces of ass on earth. Yeah, bruh. Stop harassing me. You had more positive messages today than I've ever had. That must really suck. If today, can you imagine because he couldn't have gotten that many, and that's the best in his whole life. Oh God, the poor guy. I mean, he is married to Jamie Lynn, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Night, harassing you, night, dude. You've not had one positive message, not one, no one on this green earth likes any of you. Man, I'm not sure what planet you live on. Tell your wife to get a job and quit harassing her sister. No one wants anything to do with you, trash. You got Lou to support you, so you have that going for you. Ooh, I told you. And no response, right? I told you. Man, now that's tea if I've ever heard it. The tea explosion. It's today's stream. It's just exploding every minute. All the drama that's coming in. And as if it wasn't worse for Jamie Lynn, who's having the best time of her life, allegedly, which I don't buy. Who buys that? How about this one, guys? Jamie Lynn's former co-star in Zoe 101, Alex Nichols, says she fully supports Britney. She says the now leaked out book of Jamie Lynn Spears is full of lies and that Jamie Lynn is playing the victim card, is trying to gaslight everyone. Ha! Did I mention I stand with Britney? I just want to make it clear that I do. I stand with her. I hear her words loud and clear. So I got a message about her new book. I was pretty surprised to see her lying up a storm in there. Recently thought we were fine after she tried to use me in her Zoe 101 music video to make herself look better after I finally came out about what happened to me while on set, being left out once again during the reunion reboot ploy. To be honest, it took her a while, so I'm guessing the pressure from others made her address the issue. Typical move for a bully to play the victim card, gaslight others while straight up lying. I responded to her and said, please do not send me anything and please stop contacting me. She never addressed anything that she mentioned in the book to me personally because she knows everything she is saying is a total lie, and I would have called her out on that one-on-one. It's sad to see someone not change after all these years. Nothing that she said in her book about me actually happened. I wish I could go back in time and tell my 12-year-old self that you are actually extremely lucky to not have a friend like her. You are way better off without her. You don't need toxic people in your life like that, and you deserve better. And that's the truth on that. I don't mind saying all the things I should say for free. Boom. Explosion. Tea explosion today. I mean, guys, I was worried today, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident, especially seeing Britney's reply. Yes, queen. For real. I mean, this is yes. You got to come hard at her now, but you got to do it rationally and be honest. And if you do, they're going to just hang themselves. There's a plan in place, so she's got to be careful because they're trying to make her look crazy, guys. They are absolutely trying to make her look crazy. That's always been the MO of Team Con. And right now, she's got to be careful. But I like that she's paying attention. I want her to be, if she can do it solvently and collectively, then yes, she needs to. But to see her finally call her out, while the book's leaked and now everyone's calling it out for lies, come out and be like, and now for the press to the press will be able to take this now, and now Britney is calling Jamie Lynn a liar. And now the fireworks begin. Because when I saw Jamie Lynn's response here, which she's going to have to do another one this was all brewing. Because the reality is, it makes it sound like she's ready to prove it. Do you know what I mean? It's exhausting when conversations text private don't match with our social media. What's so weird about her own vague accusations here is I'm not even really sure what she's accusing Britney of in this. Like, what lie did Britney tell? What thing is Britney denying? Now, Britney's made it very clear, I did not come at you with your kids and a knife. That's a lie. The only one who did that, I think, was... it's you, Jamie Lynn. It's you. It's you. You crazy person. But to see, sorry, so many tabs. To see this the way it's going down, I'm floored. I'm legitimately floored. After a lifetime of staying silent. Were you silent when you said, can someone get me the link? I always talk about it. Can someone find me Jamie Lynn when asked about the conservatorship? And Jamie Lynn goes, it doesn't affect me in the slightest. Can someone find me that one? Because I want to have that one like on cue as we do this, so I can constantly remind her when she watches of what she actually said about how it doesn't affect her in the slightest. Me. What about me? Why about me? My God, I can't imagine being this woman's husband. I'm sorry. James, dude. Woo. Ugh. And anyway, I'm really happy to see her respond here. Thank God, because I'm really worried. Hearing this, the one before, and then seeing Team Con be in full activation, it's time we all stand up and fight back and help her. We can't let this happen. We can't let this crazy narrative take over. We need facts to start taking over. And this book is apparently, as it's leaked and people are starting to get through it, filled with nonsense. Complete nonsense. Vague stuff. In fact, the incidents at hand, I saw, was it Breathe Heavy? Jamie Lynn describes an incident where Britney locked them both up in a room to protect them from their father. Now, maybe that will end up being that. What's so frustrating is I did see the passage in the book. Someone had it on Twitter. This passage in question that everyone's talking about doesn't mention why. It's so like she writes it so carefully without any real details that it's vague on purpose. So it's just interesting because Jamie's out there talking about your vague comments. How, where is it? You're going to diminish. Sorry, I've always seen for me to rationalize my family, blah, 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 blah. As a result of her aunt's vague and accusatory posts, which you literally just did to Britney. You literally do it to Britney throughout the whole book with vague accusatory posts. So you're allowed to do it. Britney responds, and then you put this out there in the world, Jamie Lynn. Like, you're a crazy person. I don't understand who you think is on your side. Bunch of, like, sycophant sheep who are just like, oh, hi, Jamie Lynn. There's a bunch of them here. We're going to watch some of them. Oh, hey, Jamie Lynn.
But how is your relationship?
Oh, so happy to have you here. Well, look, I want to go through all these interviews. We got lots more, and I'll clip some of those for you guys later. But I don't want to stop this tea explosion from being a standalone video here. So I'm going to cut this video here on the live feed. We're going to still talk for a little bit more, but if you're watching this later, that's what happened. There's a whole live feed. We're going to go through more interviews, and there's so much more here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for all alerts, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below. If you always want to see our unedited live shows in their full entirety of stuff you missed, consider helping this channel by hitting join. You can always catch our member-only replays there, where there's lots more exclusive stuff. If you're watching live right now, which I see a lot of you are, don't go anywhere. We're not done. I just want to clip right now and put an end card here so I can have that tea explosion be available when I trim this later. We always trim our live shows from about an hour to about 20 minutes to make it more digestible. If you're watching live, we'll be right back.